One of my favourite Disney characters absolutely is Scrooge McDuck. I think he's kind of underrated these days as well, and any short that involves him is definitely something that I'm going to watch. Needless to say, Scrooge McDuck and Money was no exception. This is actually one of Disney's educational shorts, and it's quite long. It's about 15 minutes, which compared to their usual shorts is about 3 times the length. And it's basically designed to give an overview of the history of money and the importance of looking after money. And it does this in a really fun way. So, first of all, the short was released in 1967, directed by Hamilton Luske. I think maybe some attitudes towards money might be slightly different now. People are very, I guess, more wary of investing in banks and things. But certainly it's still educational and enlightening, and it will also make you think about your own little piggy bank. It begins with Scrooge counting his money. He is in his money quarters. And then, much to my surprise, I didn't realise they were in it, but Huey, Dewey and Louie come along. And I apologise if you can hear that really loud siren outside. So Huey, Dewey and Louie come along and they say to their uncle, "Here is our piggy bank, will you help us save it?" And Scrooge McDuck basically launches into a big speech about the history of money, and it's actually really educational. It explained how the word salt, when somebody says not worth their salt, the original word for that became salary. So salarium became salary. We get the education with that, and then how people began to trade with goats and things, how that became coins, information about ancient Greek money, Spanish pieces of 8. Really, really fascinating breakdown of the history of money and different kinds of money. And that sounds really dry and really dull, but it's not. It's really interesting, and it's not just Scrooge McDuck talking. There are some beautiful animations to accompany what he is saying. And of course, it gets to present day, or present day at the time, where we have paper money and credit cards, and then one of the ducks just says that they can print some more $1 billion to get more money, and then Scrooge goes on about how that would lead to inflation, starts talking about tax. It does get a little bit dry towards the end when it becomes less historical and more of a financial stress. But it is educational, it is eye-opening, and it's something that I found to be a lot of fun. If you're going to watch a short video about money, who better to do it with than Scrooge McDuck? Thoroughly enjoyed Huey, Dewey and Louie in this. Brilliant voice cast. Bill Thompson voices Scrooge, and the Mellomen actually voice Huey, Dewey and Louie, which is pretty awesome. I had a lot of fun with this. I thought the animation style was brilliant. The way the information was presented, I thought worked really well. It's very engaging. It's informative. It's cute, a little bit quirky. Great characters. It works so much better with Huey, Dewey and Louie. There are a lot of Disney educational shorts from around this time where there's a narrator, an invisible narrator, talking to a Disney character. For example, Donald Duck. Very similar to the way we see the Goofy How-To series, where the narrator is explaining things and the character on the screen is doing the learning. But to have Scrooge McDuck educating his nephews, I think it works really well. I enjoyed it a lot. If you're a fan of Scrooge McDuck, or if you want to learn more about money, definitely check out Scrooge McDuck and Money. I think you will really, really like this one.